Joining us today on MSUEagles.com, the new head football coach at Morehead State, Rob Tenyer. Certainly not new to the university or the football program, however, as he has served as an assistant coach for the Eagles the past 12 seasons. Promoted in December, and coach, you guys have been working extremely hard. I know you've been here early in the morning, late at night, but an exciting time and a new era of Eagle football.
No question, and as you anticipate the start of camp, it gets even more exciting for you. And I've got a staff that's ready for the challenge, and we're looking forward to the kids reporting on Sunday and Monday of this week, August 4th and August 5th.
You spoke at your press conference. One of your top priorities was assembling that staff. I think you've put together a group of terrific men that I've been fortunate enough to meet and work with, and some good football guys as well. If we could kind of break it down into offense and defense, first highlight some of the men who are working for you on the offensive side of the ball.
Sure. Of course, our offense coordinator and quarterback coach, Craig Mullins. And Craig and I have been longtime friends and always respected him. And he's a winner, and he's a great person. And so he's going to do a great job. And that's a position that we really need to bring along in our program, the quarterback position. So he'll do a great job there. And going down the list is, our wide receiver coach, Andre Woodson, his first full-time position, and he's dynamite on the field with the kids. He's really good technician, good in the drill work, and he's associated a lot of things that he's learned into our spread offense. So I'm excited about him moving forward as well. And then Patrick St. Louis, our offensive line coach, who was a full-time O-line coach here, had left, and I was very fortunate to get him back. And diligent work habits. He's good in the office. He's great on the field. He's just a dynamite person, and he did a great job, I think, with spring practice and bringing that offensive line along. Because we're going to have to be better there. We're going to have to be able to run the football versus each opponent each week, and he's got the mentality to do that. So, and then Brett Rude will be assisting him. Brett is a returning coach on our staff. He'll be working with the tight ends and assisting Coach St. Louis with the O-line. And he's a really good young football coach, and he did a great job recruiting for us this year. And it's exciting to see when that happens. He's a good young coach, and he's going to be in this profession for a long time. So, and then the last one is Coach Forrest, our running back coach. He gets to coach the only first team all PFL preseason PFL player, Reese McShera, and so I'm sure he's excited about that as we are. And but we're excited about that position. We feel we've got some good depth there, some guys that have been kind of waiting their time, and so he'll have a good little group there, and he's got a lot of experience in the spread tempo offense, and so we're excited about him, and he'll do a great job as well.
You've got 5 men who are assisting you on the defensive side of the ball, led by your defensive coordinator, a longtime friend and colleague of yours. If you could hit a couple highlights on the defensive side for us.
Sure. Of course, Phil Burnett is our defense coordinator, and he'll be coaching our linebackers, and very detailed, very organized. And just a great guy to have on staff, just kind of that funny guy, brings that enthusiasm. But his organization and his structure in the approach he takes every day, man, our kids have bought in on defense big time. And so that's exciting, knowing that he can handle that and lead that group. And then helping him is our recruiting coordinator, Dante Wright, who I think did the best job in the spring at his position. We feel we have 7 or 8 players on the defensive line that are going to line up, play, contribute, and help us win games. And we want to attack and get to the quarterback. And so he's done a great job there, and he's done a tremendous job in our recruiting efforts as well. He's really spearheaded that and made a big difference in a short amount of time. So, and then Rod West is our DB coach, and he will be also coordinating our special teams. And so, a real good technician coach, a real pleasure to be around. He's very demanding with the kids, but he's got a real sincere approach, and the kids really respect him, and he's a tremendous on the field coach as well. And then 2 young guys over there, Andrew Doan, who's a former player and graduate of MSU, and Wes McDermott, also former player, MSU grad. Both guys that I got back into the program. Andrew will be assisting with the linebackers, and Wes will be assisting with the defensive backs. And I'm real pleased to have them back from a little, just from having a former player, the guys that have been through it, guys that had to work hard, guys that had to buy in, and they were both good players, and they were products of the system. They worked hard and bought into what coaches wanted, and so have them here and have them go through it again. As a coach, I'm real excited to have them back.
I'd say one of the number one priorities is the lifeblood of any program that's recruiting, and your staff has worked extremely hard, put in a countless number of miles here in the first 5 or 6 months on the job, and I know that you guys are trying to reach out to good football players in the region, and you got 7 or 8 different states represented on the roster.
Right.
But I know that you said you wanted to kind of protect the home field, so to speak, and really get into these Kentucky high schools as one of your top priorities. And I know you've reached out to every single high school in the state to see if they have anybody who could play at this level, and you guys have visited, I think, 85 or 90% of them at least.
Well, I made a commitment early on, and I credit my coaches because they believed in the vision, and they had a work ethic to do it. And from spring, or from winter to spring now, we've been in every high school in Kentucky. And if we have not been in the high school, there's been a conversation with a coach, head coach, and maybe they didn't have a prospective student athlete at the time, and didn't feel like they needed us to stop by the school. So. And I think the point of emphasis here for us is we want to get the very best players out of Kentucky. And our prospect camp we had this summer, we had 178 high school prospects. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of PFL teams that can say they had 178 prospects at the prospect camp during the summer months. So if that's the measuring stick, we're way ahead of the curve right now, and way ahead of where we thought we would be or anticipate being at this time. So that's been an exciting process, and we got to continue to work at it. And during the season, you got to find a way to recruit and start evaluating new prospects, and then also when the recruiting calendar allows you, start contacting those juniors and seniors and start to develop that relationship and taking it to the next step.
That's the head football coach at Morehead State, Rob Tenyer. Coach will be talking to you frequently before the season begins, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.